Good morning, buenos dias, and welcome to another spectacular day in the Okanagan. Today we're going to discuss our 5 favorite must-haves for bike touring. We've been accumulating and testing out gear for a few years now as we prepare for our 9-week tour to Europe, and I think we've dialed it in to what works for us. So let's start with our first favorite must-have item for bike touring. Comfort for us when we are touring is high on the list. Sitting on the ground is not an option. So we started with these Thermarest Trekker chair. But they were just not handy to set up. You couldn't just grab it when you wanted a break on the side of the road. It was a little bit complicated. I do think that they would work out well if you wanted to set them up in your tent and sit back and relax. But for us, it just wasn't working. They are lightweight though. We then purchased these 3-legged stools, which are quite comfortable, and they got us up off the ground, and they can hold up to, I think it's 440 pounds, which is pretty impressive. But again, they didn't have a back to them, so we didn't find them as comfortable, and they are on a little bit on the heavy side. So we took them on our trip across Canada. And on the 3rd day, we posted them home because we were trying to save some weight. Little did we know that our tour was going to end the next day unexpectedly, and I could have saved that postage, but who knew? Our third and our final chair that we are going to go with is the Helinox Chair Zero. They're quite pricey, but they are very lightweight. They pack down small, easy to set up, and they're quite comfortable. They are the most expensive of the 3 chairs at a couple $100 a piece, so that was kind of hard to swallow. And if we had just gone with these to begin with, then we could have saved the money that we had spent on these 2 trying to save a buck, but did not work out. So lesson learned. Second up are Sena helmets. They have a built-in communication system, and we've had them for about 3 years now, and they've been a game changer for us. I can't say enough good things about this helmet. We can warn each other about any upcoming hazards, give directions without yelling over our shoulder, give an all clear with traffic, or a heads up on any scary dogs or other interesting animals to watch out for.
Holy shit.
We'll be turning at an intersection right, quite a ways away there. No, it's okay. It's okay.
I don't think they speak English. How's it going?
Good. The batteries last an amazingly long time. They claim up to 12 hours with a recharge time of 2.5 hours, I believe.
Battery level is high.
Yep. They also have a built-in radio, and although we don't use them typically when we're biking, they're nice to have around the camp later when you're relaxing and listening to music. The only negative I can say about these helmets is they tend to fit a little bit on the small side, so just to keep that in mind. Otherwise, I just absolutely love them. Moving on to our third favorite item for bike touring, and I think an important one, is sun protection.
Over 1,300 Canadians will die from melanoma each year. The leading cause is overexposure to UV radiation. We don't wish to become a statistic, so we try to cover up as much as possible when out cycling. You might think being fully covered would be hot, but we don't find that at all.
A lot of my clothing that I wear is made out of lightweight merino wool, which is breathable, is good at regulating body temperature, absorbs the sweat, and doesn't stink like synthetic fibers do. We also wear long compression stockings, which feels amazing on the legs. And I'll wear sun sleeves when I have a short sleeve shirt on, plus our hats with the scarves. So we're pretty well covered. The only bare spots of skin that we have, we apply sunscreen to. I don't like wearing sunscreen. I find it annoying when it runs, when you sweat and it runs into your eyes, but I also was diagnosed with cancer in 2010, and the treatments that I received for that were way more annoying than putting on sunscreen. Number 4 for our favorite must-haves for bike touring, a kickstand.
Our giant Tough Roads didn't come with a kickstand, and the kickstands we had on our Bike Fridays couldn't withstand the weight of all our gear. In fact, Rob's broke. We opted for using the Max Clickstand, which is made for anyone who wants to load up their bike. It's made out of aircraft grade 7000 series aluminum tubing and comes in 4, 5, or 6 segments. It also comes with 2 brake bands.
And now our last favorite item for bike touring is a tent. A tent, but not just any old tent.
Our first tent was a Marmot Tungsten 3-person. We really like this tent. It's well made, waterproof, and the color is great for blending in. But we were looking for the ability to store all of our gear inside, which we couldn't do with this tent. So we tried out the Alps Mountaineering Tasmanian 2-person tent. It had 2 large vestibules for our gear, but felt really quite claustrophobic inside and was very difficult to get in and out of. We are now using the MSR Elexir freestanding tent, weighing in at a whopping 9 pounds, over 9 pounds actually. It is 3 pounds heavier than our Marmot Tungsten, but luckily Rob is okay packing the extra weight. It's easy to set up with the color-coded poles, clips, and webbing. We like the 2 doors, the ample headroom, and the plentiful pocket storage inside. It also includes a footprint in the price. And as an added bonus with this roomy tent, we now can accommodate any unexpected guests.
So there you have it. In no particular order, our 5 favorite must-have items for bike touring. What are yours?